Hey friends from the Brad Show Live, I'm Ana Azcona. Today I have here with me the beautiful Carolina Peguero. She's a beauty influencer and also a news reporter. Thank you so much, Caro, for joining us today.
Thank you, Ana, for having me here. I'm really excited to join your show.
Can't you guys can't just get enough of this hair, right? It's so beautiful. Caro, can you tell us a little bit about everything that you do?
Yeah, so I'm a beauty creator. So basically what that means is I create my own content. I am in love with makeup and fashion and everything that's trending, and for me that's just kind of like my expressing myself and being able to put it out there kind of like just like as an outlet. But my real profession is a news reporter, so I enjoy to be out on the scene, and I'm more of a investigative reporter, so I like to kind of figure things out, be able to talk to the community, and it's kind of like a service that you do for the community.
Being first generation, what are some of the struggles you dealt with?
We did a lot of moving around. We originally moved to Boston. My parents came from Dominican Republic to Boston, Massachusetts, and that is a city that's filled with immigrants, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans. You'll find all the kinds of Latinos there, and with that you'll also find a lot of people that are going through the process of becoming citizens or even legal residents. From my personal experience, I learned, my mom, it took her about 10 to almost 12 years to get her citizenship. Usually it should take 5 years after you've become a resident. And I would sometimes see my mom crying, and the fees were so much, and my parents, both hard-working parents. My dad had 2 jobs. My mom she was a nurse, and she worked 16-hour days, and it was hard, We found out that there were a lot of people that were submitting to become citizens, and it was just, it was going to take forever, right? So we eventually moved to Ohio, and I will tell you that within the year and a half, my mom had her citizenship. So I think from learning from that just shows that depending on where you live is how the immigration process is going to take either long or is going to be shorter.
What made your parents migrate from the Dominican Republic to the United States?
Well, my mom actually was the one that told my dad, "Ya yo no puedo, I can't do this." And my dad's like, "What? What's going on?" My dad actually had a really good job in Dominican Republic, but my aunt was living already in Boston, and my grandfather was living there, and she just said she wanted a better life. Obviously, I was made in Dominican Republic, but but I was born in Boston. So my mom actually came when she was 8 months pregnant with me, and she wasn't supposed to, but she applied for a visa, and she did it behind my dad's back because she knew that if she would have gone by telling him, he was going to tell her, "No, we're fine here. We don't need to go anywhere." And she did it, and then when it actually came that she could, have the visa, she called my aunt. My aunt bought her ticket, and she said she was gonna come and not go back to Dominican Republic.
Wow!
And I didn't technically meet my dad till I was 2.
That's so funny. Our stories are so similar. My mother came 3 months pregnant here. She had no idea. She found out here that she was pregnant. I met my father when I was almost like 4. And my siblings, because my father stayed in Dominican Republic with my brother and my sisters. So crazy. So I always make the joke when the Dominican tells me you're not Dominican, I'm like, no. I was made in DR. I was just born here.
Yep, and I always tell them I even drank Dominican water.
Do you feel like you guys are living the American dream? Wait, but before you answer that, what's your definition of the American dream?
I think the definition of the American dream is really... It's really based off on you. You are in charge of your life. You're in charge of the decisions that you make, what choices you make, and what vision you have for your own life. You can't be afraid to think that you have to live under the shadows because you're an immigrant. You don't have to be afraid because you don't have a social security number. At the end of the day, you're not a number. You're human. Blood runs through your body, and you have every right to be here.
So back to the original question, are you guys living the American dream?
I would say that my family, after 15, 20 years, we have. And I'm very proud of my parents. I'm very proud of how far as a family we've gotten. My family is very, very close. Now I could say both my parents have their own business. My mom has a restaurant and my dad has a mechanic shop. My parents have their own home. They have been able to buy their own cars, they pay taxes, and slowly I feel like every person that's an immigrant or a minority or that's not from the United States should have that opportunity to fulfill that and become a part of our culture, because my dad even now says, he's like, there's no way I would be able to have what I have if I lived in
So
the
he
little
must be very
pueblo that I'm
thankful
from.
for your mom.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, thank you so much, Caro, for joining us today. Let us know where we can check out your beauty blogs, any of your work, like your journalism pieces.
Of course. You can follow me on Instagram at Caro Peguero _, and also Twitter, same handle, at Caro Peguero _. And of course, you could be on the lookout for me. I'm going to be doing some more news and beauty videos, and just stay tuned.